Hey, there you go. Serial number warranty. Don't steal my serial number, people. Next, finish. You're done. So this is an Epson ET-2850 printer. It's supposed to be an all-in-one printer. It's not bad. I used to have it set up with my old phone. I got this phone. To download the software and go through the setup, I'll go ahead and I'll put that link in the description. But it needs to be on Wi-Fi. I mean, I could do the USB cable, but what's the point? If I want to print something from downstairs for the time being, I can't do that. So I'm using this phone as a hotspot. So it starts on copy. Go over to Wi-Fi setup, hit OK, which is the middle button. Wi-Fi recommended, 1 of 2. Don't care what the other options are. Just hit OK, hit OK. Setup wizard, hit OK. Searching for SSID. So this here is an Alcatel WP19 is what I have. It is literally one of the biggest, thickest phones you can possibly imagine. It's super heavy, but 21,000 milliamp hour battery is worth it. So hit OK. So now I'm going to go ahead and input the password for it. So after you go ahead and enter the password, you want to go to OK down here and just hit OK over here. Setting up. So compared to the Canon, that was super fast. Setup complete. So now I'm going to go test it on my computer. So awesomely enough, on here, it gets to the point where it says connect to WLAN automatically. Go ahead and hit next, and it's going to tell you the exact same thing I just did. So Wi-Fi setup, Wi-Fi recommended. I did not see that until now. Just all through intuition. So you go ahead and just click through this menu. I might as well just show you the rest of it. The first part is like really easy. Go to select options. You have to agree to that. When you get to select option, uncheck everything, and then at some point it'll say make sure your ink cartridges are in there. So check that checkbox. It'll ungray out next because it'll start off gray, kind of like that, but more gray. And you can't click on it. And then you get to the point where y'all just tuned in. Next. So now, because it's on the same network, obviously this computer and the printer and this computer are on the same network. It has to be on the same network. I'm not sure if it matters between the 2.5 and 5 gigahertz network or 2.8, whatever it is. I am not sure. So if you do find out and you know it does make a difference or doesn't, either way, please leave a comment down below. Okay, and error, sweet. Yes, it is. Connected, secured. Interesting. So let's try it again. Next. I don't have a WPS button because it's a cell phone. So I'll do it manually. Next. That's exactly what I just did. I literally just did that. I did that. I did that. I hit OK. Maybe I accidentally hit the touch the screen instead of hitting OK. Let me try that again. Just to make sure I'm not insane, it does say setup complete. So I just did everything I just did all over again. I'm not going to go to Wi-Fi setup. I'll go to, let's see, it should be settings. So I'm going to go back to settings. Not maintenance. Printer setup. Network settings. Let's do that. So a status sheet, sure. Sure. I'm going to go ahead and hit. So as you can see there, yes has the line between it. So it's going to be this one down here. And then it's going to print out the network info. And just as a side note and a reminder, I'm used to my Canon, so of course that actually isn't going to work with this printer because it'll flash. You actually have to go back here, push this off to the side, lift up the flash. Oops, almost just broke it. And then just go ahead and insert the paper between the blue tabs. And then it'll print. So once you load the paper in like a normal person would, you go over here and hit this button. Now it's going to print the network info. So it's going to go ahead and print another sheet of paper for some reason, but yeah, this is all I wanted right here. SSID, worked on WP19. So go back to the computer. And I'm going to go ahead and click next now. And it says please wait. So hopefully it'll work this time. I'll let you know. Okay, so now that I hit next, you just got to wait a while, and then this pops up. It's the only Epson around. So we go ahead and hit next. And then you see it spinning. Just got to wait a second here. IP address settings. You want it to be, so you could, I guess you could configure a static IP, but just leave it as dynamic host control protocol, which is DHCP. Go ahead, hit that. So just a quick note on that in case you don't understand. Dynamic host control protocol basically takes, it can reuse IP addresses. It tends to keep the same one in my experience, but if it needs to use another one, it can go ahead and do so. Static IP says, no, this is reserved for this device and this device only. Mainly used at, like I work at Amazon, we use it for printers. This one printer, it needs to connect to this printer and only this printer. That's when you do static IPs. So for this one here, it doesn't seem to make much sense unless you're in a corporate setting. So after the status bar finishes, it completes itself or whatever you want to say, you have an option to do all this stuff. I'm only going to be using this very rarely. I'm like never here, and only because my girl and I are temporarily separated. I'll keep the software updated. Why not? And connect software. Okay, I guess that would be important. Manuals, I can always look up online. Utilities. If I need to scan something, I can always set that up later. I'm willing to bet it's probably just rerunning this exact same program. Sorry. Free space 110. Total is 10 megabytes. So I'm going to say go ahead and install. And downloading the updater. So now you got to wait for that bar to go. So maybe this here isn't much better than the Canon. Actually, never mind. As soon as I said that, it went ahead and just jumped and finished. Print test page. So there is paper in it. Goes ahead, it'll say, give me 1 second to focus, it'll actually just say printing on there. So there you go, check your ink level regularly. Almost all computers nowadays will tell you when to go ahead and replace. You can check it remotely. So, for right now, the ink seems to be perfectly fine to me. Okay, let's focus it. And it even tells me congratulations. Maybe I should turn this and put it on the wall. So after that's done, I just hit next. Please wait, do not turn off. It's going to go ahead and check the firmware. And while it's doing that, I would like to go over here. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of tabs open, too many. But because I keep forgetting, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the video because a lot of times I do forget to post it below, even though I said I would, until like a couple months later. But this is the link you're going to want to go to in order to get the right software. So you can also just go to Google, type in ET-2850 drivers, and then when it popped up, click the first link. It's going to be down here. You have this whole thing here, and you have all these options. No, it's already on download, so you just go down. It detected Windows 10 64-bit, so you just go to download. I did this one here, which is like the all-in-one type of deal. You could do this here. Like, it's going to do the firmware. If it doesn't work over your network, you can go ahead and manually do it through here, download the file, and run it. So that's how you go ahead and connect a Epson ET-2850 Echo Tango 2850 to your network, and then also to a computer. Like I said, I just use my mobile hotspot for this. So once that turns off, it's of no good. But if you have a dedicated Wi-Fi like most people, it'll be set up for good until you change something with your network. So thank you for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you are interested in more tech videos. Oh, I almost forgot updating the firmware. So I came back to this screen. I'm just going to go ahead and skip it for now. I'll do it later. So checking the system, it'll make sure it has ink and whatnot. Hey, there you go. Serial number warranty. Don't steal my serial number, people. Next, finish. You're done.